Waxateria.
What do you have to say to the people who may face you in the ring or to the wrestling world going forward at this point, man?
It's that's a loaded question, but I've got loaded answers. Whenever I go into a new year, like I said, I originally only planned on having one match, and the stakes kept getting higher and higher. And I had a goal earlier this year to work in 3 different states. I technically did that, but I don't count Florida because I work all over Florida. So I worked in Georgia and I worked in Texas. So next year, I'd like to surpass that. I'd like to work in 4 different states other than Florida in 2024. I'd like to get my name out there some more. I'm hoping that NWA will do this. I worked for an amazing, you want to talk about entertaining and funny and just relatable to the modern crowd. The promotion I worked for in Texas was called Slam Portal. He's become a really good friend of mine in the business, Luigi Primo, the pizza guy. He was down there. And so I went over there and, went to check it out, and I worked, and it was a fun time. And that was a really fantastic time. And that opened me up to that Texas crowd. So I got a little taste. So now I kind of want to go back to Texas. I want to go to Washington State. I want to go up to New York. I went to Fest and I met a guy that I'd seen online called the Candyman. You guys heard of the Candyman?
I've heard the name, yeah.
He's awesome. And I met him in person at Fest. He's a really good dude. He works up in New York. I just want to get my name out there, and not necessarily because I'm seeking a contract or seeking fame or seeking whatever. I just want to spread the good word of cheese and just, kind of, I don't know, build a legacy. Cause I've built a legacy in Florida, and I'm thankful for that. Florida it's very competitive down here. There's a lot of wrestlers. There's a lot of promotions. There's a lot to do. It's a great place to be for a lot of reasons. But I would really like to just kind of open up some doors, in some other places, so that I can also help some of these other guys that are in Florida, help them open up some other doors in some other places. So that's my spiel for 2024 is the cheese is coming.
Love it. I got one question I have to ask.
Yeah.
If you could wrestle any wrestler now, who would it be, and any wrestler from the past? If you had
one from the current,
one from the past that's not here, and one that's still wrestling today.
Gosh, that's a really good question. From right now, I would probably, gosh, that's such a good question, because there are so many people that I'd love to
tough one.
Get in the ring with. Like, I've got the past one, but I need to kind of talk through with you guys this current one. Like I said, I've worked with Luigi Primo. That was one of the big ones on my list. I think another one would be Effie. Effie is tearing up the scene. I talked to him at Fest. I talked to him quite a bit online, but I got to actually meet him and talk with him at Fest for just a minute. But he's just got like this kind of whole aura about him, and everybody kind of likes him and wants to be his friend. But he's a really fantastic performer, like very entertaining, very, just speaks his mind, all that kind of stuff. But for the past, it would have to be Dusty. Sting, I would say Sting, but Sting is like past, present, and future. Like he's retiring, but like Sting is eternal. But Dusty would be the one, and Dusty, I just wish that I could have actually met him, because it's hard to put into words how much his career meant to me, because I've borrowed a lot from him. The swagger that I have going to the ring, the swagger that I have leaving the ring, the way I identify with the fans and interact with the fans, and just the way he moved in the ring. I kind of attribute all that to Dusty.
That's awesome. That's great stuff. Yeah, Dusty was very unique, one of a kind.
Absolutely.
In a great way. There's no way someone could there's no way it'll ever be another Dusty. Put it that way.
Never.
Man. Well, yo, man, thank you so much for coming on. It's really been awesome to talk to you.
I love what you guys are doing. I think it's very important for guys like me on the indies. You're trying to, like I said, I'm trying to get my name out there. It's so much easier if you have something tangible. 8x10s are cool, t-shirts are cool, hats are cool, all that kind of stuff is cool. But having a card, I mean, it seems like we're all kind of coming from the same era. Like if you guys collected sports cards and sports memorabilia back in the day or now, like I don't have the time to do it as much as I did now. But during the time that I was watching wrestling, I was like a baseball card freak. And so like I've never been a stats guy, but I could be like, I look through my Donruss Diamond Kings and all these different cards, and I'd pull out a card and I'd say, this was Barry Bonds batting average back in 1992 or whatever, like stuff like that. But just to actually see myself on a card, especially of one as beautiful as you guys made, and the picture that Isaiah took is like, it's perfect. I love it. I'm so thankful.
Yeah, it's a bucket list moment, right?
Absolutely.
The baseball card, growing up, just ever thinking of being on one, and once you're there, it's like, man, that's cool. And that's great too for promotion. You have something that you have, like you said, you can't ask for more than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you sent me the thing. We looked right away. You had this promo. You were like outside doing this. I was like, this kid's hilarious, bro. We got to get this. I sent the Joe. But yeah, no, that is awesome, man. It's an official thing. Sir, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. And I'll be talking to you soon. I'll send you some mail soon.
Thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate
it. And good luck against Orlando.
Thank you, buddy.
Waxateria!